Good day and welcome back. Today I want to talk about how all things are possible. Well, pretty much all things, anyhow. Well, it doesn't mean you won't have to put a little effort into it, but it's possible. You can do it. It can be done. And I mentioned this a bit in one of my other videos where I talked about fireworks and, had people saying, well, not all horses can be trained to accept the fireworks. And well, that's kind of a cop out, and it goes against what I believe because I believe that all things can be done. Doesn't mean they're going to be easy, but they can be done. And well, today I want to talk about something. Geez, I kind of I blew it. I kind of I didn't apply my own things. I see. Well, for those of you that know, I do my own trims, and well, I want to make it a little easier if I can. And one idea that I came up with that I've heard of other guys using is an angle grinder. One of these things here. Oh, wait a minute. I'll be right back. One of these things here. No, you can't eat it. Well, you've probably seen this one in my last video. I was using it while I was working on a feeder. Now, I was actually going to go out and buy another one. Unfortunately, I got to the store too late. They were closed. And I already own several of these, but unfortunately, like this one, they all have cords on them. Now, for doing trims, that's not a good thing to have cords around me or the horse. One of us is going to get tangled up. And I've been putting off buying a cordless one for a while now because I wasn't sure how the horses were going to react to it. I thought, if it's going to be extremely difficult to get the horses used to it, well, it might not be worth the trouble. They're not a small investment, and I didn't want to end up buying spending a couple $100 on a tool that I can't use. And then it finally dawned on me just the other day, what the heck am I thinking? Well, it doesn't really matter if they don't really like the thing. Well, no, it matters, but it's not a problem. It just means that we have to work on getting them used to it, teaching them that it's okay. They don't have to worry about the thing. It's not going to eat them. For those of you that are not familiar with the device, one of these things here, they make a cordless version. It's battery operated, a little smaller than this. This one's my favorite one, but they make smaller, lighter ones, which I figured would be pretty ideal for doing trimming. And, well, right now I need a new rasp anyhow, and I don't know what they are where you live, but around here they're about $50. That's $50 I could put towards the price of one of these things, in a cordless variety. I figured that'd be money better spent, and if I use that thing often enough, probably never even going to have to use my nippers. I think that's going to make my life a whole lot easier if I go about it that route. But like I said, I've been putting it off. Actually, I've been thinking about buying one of those things now for probably close to 2 years. Then I've been putting it off because I wasn't sure how the horses would react to it. Silly me. It really doesn't matter. It just means that I have to do something. But eventually, once they're used to the thing, it's going to make my life a whole lot easier, and I don't think desensitizing them to that angle grinder is really going to be all that tough anyhow. I think horses that are basically fairly well educated and desensitized to begin with, it's going to make it a whole lot easier. In fact, there's a good chance it might not bother them one little bit. Even if it does, well, that's okay. We can work on that. We'll help them understand it's not going to hurt them any. That's what we like to do. We like to help horses. So I just want to, I guess the message here is all things are possible. You might have to put a little effort into it, but, can horses be trimmed with an angle grinder? Well, lots of other guys are doing it, so I'm sure it's possible in that respect. And can I do it? Well, why not? I've done just about everything else, and don't see why not. It's one of the few things I haven't done. And it's simply a case of you set your mind to it, decide that it can be done, and you go ahead and do it. Well, might have to put a little effort into it, but really it's not that bad. So even though today we were actually talking about angle grinders, and well, the message really isn't about angle grinders. It's just the possibility of doing anything, regardless of what you want to teach your horse or desensitize it to. It's possible. It can be done. You might have to put some effort into it, do a little bit of work to accomplish it, but it's like I said, it's not really about angle grinders. It's just about a philosophy, a thought process that, yeah, it can be done. I just have to figure out how. Well, that's basically what I got to do, so you can do it too. You got the same brain I got. You can figure out a way of doing it, and whether you're teaching your horse something new or desensitizing it to something new, it's all the same thing. It can be done. It's all possible. Just means you might actually have to put a little effort into it. It's one of those things that, yeah, horses occasionally, you actually have to put a little effort into them. Not too much, though. They're usually pretty good about things once you do some basic education with them. Teach them that things are all right. Doesn't take much to convince them that new things are okay, too. That's kind of the point of my basics. Why I do all the stuff I do is so that all the additional things are that much easier. If I was to take a horse with very little handling and, that was, well, for example, her when I first got her, if I tried getting near her with one of these things, she would have gone ballistic. Heck, if I even dropped my flag on the ground beside me, she'd jump. Now, no, not so much. I might just plug this thing in and give it a whir and see how these guys react. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Got to start somewhere. All things are possible, though. And, well, in the future, you're probably going to get to see a video where I actually demonstrate my success, because I fully expect I'm going to have success in that matter. And I'll show you trimming the horse with the angle grinder. Have a good day.